Welcome everybody. I was distracted for a second, so didn't see all these folks signing on. Thanks for coming out tonight. It seems like it's been a month since we've had a show. Welcome Bev, welcome Ann, welcome Kathy. That's all I can see on the screen. Welcome. I'm just realizing I'm still unpacking some stuff, but anyway. What? What?
Well, it's 2 minutes after, honey. There's 10 people.
Well, we could get started, yeah. You are correct. You are correct. We got so much exciting stuff. It's hard to not get on with the excitement. I was just organizing my stuff here because I realized oh my gosh, I forgot the disco balls. We'll have to add a lot 44. We'll add a lot 44 on your sheet.
You had a week.
I know. I'm
You
so
had
sorry.
one job.
I had one job.
Or
One of
two.
these.
But you only have two and an extra week. So, I mean, really.
Alrighty. We are coming to you live from historic downtown Stoughton. It's the Ed and Becky Show. My name is Ed. Say hi, Becky.
Hi, Becky.
Becky says hi. So, we've got a unique show for you tonight. We've got, I said 43 lots. I just found lot 44.
So start with lot 1, honey.
I know. I'm just writing these down. Just writing this down before I forget. About 16 millimeter. Alrighty. I forgot a whole lot. Not a whole lot, but I forgot a lot. Anyway. Yes, so I'll bring them up on the video. Yes, thank you. So we have 44 lots. Every lot is $10 tonight. And we're doing an unusual thing. We're not labeling the lots. So we're just going to trust that we picked the show correctly and you're going to get exactly what you want. But if you ordered 12 strands, you're going to get 12 strands. They won't have numbers on them, but know that they're the ones that you ordered. As with most of our shows, shipping is free for net orders over $50. If your net order is under $50, it's $5.95 shipping. If you spend a lot, you save extra 10 or 20%. And that's just how it works. If you've done this before, you know the drill. If you're brand new, say here's the lot number. And if you like that lot number, you just say sold lot number 1. And it's just that easy. We'll always assume a quantity of 1. But if you do want more than 1 quantity, please note a quantity as well. If this is your first time shopping, we do need to capture your email address so we can send you an invoice. And we do that at the, you can do that anytime during the show by sending an email to Becky at the
We should. All right, now it says it looks like it's back on.
Ooh.
All right, see, I could run up.
No,
Does your computer upstairs have anything running?
no. So we just lost our feed, but we think we got it back. we just lost our feed. We think we got it back. Hopefully you'll notice, and I did bump a wire, so I'm thinking maybe it was related to that. I'm going to move one of these lights that's in the way of my hand. There we go. Anyway, if this is your first time, where we left off, if this is your first time, just send us an email. We'll make sure we get to you. So we're going to go right into it. Lot number one is, this looks like tourmaline, but we're, at this price, we just can't assure that. It could be mixed fluorite. It just could be mixed agate. But it is very lovely. It's around 4 millimeter squared hishis that are about 1.5 millimeter thick. And again, we just have 4 of these strands. And then we have a, just to kind of cheat ahead, we do have a sister that's more like 6 millimeter. So we do have a 6 millimeter sister coming up with more quantity, and you probably want your glasses. So again, we just have 4 of lot 1, and I see it's going fast, but just know that lot 2 is available. And Terry, it was great to meet you at our Glass and Bead show. Always good to put a face to our Facebook Live fans. With lot 1 almost sold out, we're gonna just rotate to, again, so lot 1 is the 4 millimeter version. This is the 6 millimeter version. We do have 8 of these. 8 of these, and these are, most of the strands you're gonna see are 16-inch long strands today. A few are 15-inch, but we do note that. If these are, let's even just say these are 2 millimeter, so you're getting 12 or 13 beads per inch. So 12 or 13 beads per inch, so 16 inches. I mean, you're getting about 200 hishis for your $10. So you're paying only about a nickel for these gorgeous natural stones. I mean, these could be mixtures of like pink quartz and green quartz and yellow quartz too. But this is, again, the 6 millimeter version. Again, the 4 millimeter version, I believe there's one left. It might be sold out. But just yummy, yummy, yummy. And that's lot number 2. Lot number 3, we had something like this similar last year for $12, and there's no reason this shouldn't be $12. But we just have 6 of these mixed stone. They're 7 millimeter, and for sure 2 millimeter thick, and then some of these might even be 2.5 or 3 millimeter thick. These again are squared hishis. A mixture of all kinds of gemstones. I see lapis, I see rose quartz, I see aventurine. I even see what could be turquoise, possibly some jade, some jaspers, some aqua, some amethysts in here. So again, everything again is $10. We have 6 of these available. These are again about 7-ish millimeters, some irregularity, maybe some 6s, maybe some 8s. And again, these are from our favorite natural stone supplier from India that we've gotten to know over the last 2 years. So looks like those are starting to sell well. Again, we won't be, take good notes as to what you're buying, because we are not putting the lot numbers on these tonight. So 4 and 5 are virtually identical. 4 and 5 are virtually identical. I got 5 in the background here. But they are a dark serpentine. One is 4mm squared Hishi, and the other is 5mm round Hishi. Lot 5 is going to be 5mm round Hishi, and we'll have that. But they're both this lovely, almost emerald, like a rough emerald like look to them. These do have a little bit of irregularity in them in terms of thicknesses, but they're pretty. They're all pretty consistent, right around that 4mm square. So again, this is lot number 4, and we have 10 of those available at $10 each. Great pop of dark green in your earring and designs, necklace designs. People might think or assume it's an emerald, and that could be your little secret. Oh yeah, these are emeralds, but you know that they're probably not emeralds, they're serpentine.
Are you suggesting over there, Mr. Guzman, as you're mumbling and I can hardly hear you?
Oh, sorry, I should talk louder. So lot number 5 is the 5mm rounds. These are much more consistent in shape and size, and have a lot of variety of color as well. So got 10 of these available. And probably as thin as 1mm, probably as thick as 2mm, you know, and any and all in between, maybe a stray 3mm. Very lovely. Lot 6. I'm not 1,000% certain on lot 6 that it's Amazonite. It looks to be Amazonite or a form of Amazonite. It could also be something else, but for ease of what to put on the card, I called it Amazonite. We got these are again our 5mm round Hishis. Again, you're getting probably anywhere from 130 to 150 beads on here, and these are 16-inch strands of nice little Hishi spacers. And if this is your first time bidding, make sure you get your email to us at Becky@theakanosdesigns.com so we can send you an invoice. So these got a lot of comments because they were on one of our photos that we sent back from Tucson while we were still in Tucson. We've had African cowbone before, and yes, this really is cowbone. And we've never saw it in this denimish grayish before, ever, and haven't seen it before, haven't seen it since. And these sold well at the art class and bead show, and so we made them into 8-piece strands. We realized people didn't need a whole, large strand of these, and we didn't need a whole large strand of these, so these 8-piece strands we thought might be interesting. So we do have 8 of these available, and they are large hole, at least 2mm and often 3mm. These are about anywhere from 20 to 28 millimeter in size, probably 10 to 12 millimeter, you know, anywhere from 8 to 12 millimeters thick. So kind of fun. And we have a sister lot of this coming up, lot number 8 is kind of a these saucer-like discs. And of the denim cowboy. And these you get 18 pieces for $10. 18 pieces for $10. Yes, they are indeed statement beads. You can make a necklace focal with these. Put some, imagine, putting some dramatic spacers in between. Maybe, leaving it half done and then having the necklace go all the way around. They've got some weight to them, but they're also, they got some mass to them, I should say, but they're not that heavy. This whole handful of 5, I could feel, but individually they're not that heavy as well. So lot number 8 is the little flying saucers. And I do apologize, we upgraded our Wi-Fi to be 30 times stronger than our old Wi-Fi. And we're getting slow connection alerts on our phone, so I hope we're not...
Are you getting that over there?
Yeah, just every now and then.
Yeah, I don't see it here, but...
So I hope we got the phone number of a MacGyver-like guy, and I think I'm going to call him and put one of these repeaters. There's something called like a signal repeater that we can put in our basement, and I think I'm going to do that. Welcome, Tina. Tina worked with us for many years, and always good.
What is our next?
Lot number 9 is not sure what this is. It's so gorgeous. It's I'm calling it a dyed turquoise. It could be any number of things, but again, at $10, this is just absolutely gorgeous. And I think with only 4 of these available, I'm thinking it's going to go fast. These are 5-ish millimeter rounds on the Hishi. Again, would be a great pop of color in any Southwesty design. So 4 of these are available. I know we had at least 10 of these when we left Tucson, so that says it's been a good seller. Yeah, the color is just so vibrant. We have some other beads later in the show that I know are dyed, but also so lovely, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as it's been done properly and it's not coming off, which we always make sure that's the case. We always test that the dye is a good dye. Anyway, that's lot number 10. If those don't all sell out, I'm going to take some. Alrighty. Well, I'm sorry, that was lot number 9. Lot number 10 is Hessianite. And Hessianite's in the garnet family. It looks like the world's most richest amber. We had some Hessianite strands last year on last year's Tucson shows. We didn't have any in the first 2 shows. This might be our only lot of Hessianites. These are 5 millimeter Hishis. So most of these first 15 lots are Hishis, and then we kind of go away from the Hishis. So, if you're not a Hishi fan, just know you got to tough it out. Another few more lots, and we will we'll be able to help you out. Now our signal shows it's very strong, which is really bizarre. So anyway, so yeah, this is lovely stuff. Now I see some orders coming in for it. We have just 7 of these. I see a lot of them have gone by, so I may let Becky catch up and move on to the next. This one, my Google picture phone told me it was red jasper. It almost looks like coral, but it's definitely not coral. And it's definitely not, oh, what's that one with the speckles in it? I'm going to forget that. Anyway, so this is what we're going to call red jasper. We have 9 strands of this. Again, it's around a 5 millimeter. A squirrel moved to another tree. Good one, Miss Terry. Yes, you just never know. You just never know. These are yummy. So again, you need a little pop of bright, solid. It's more of a brick red. Definitely not a candy apple red. More of a brick red. But very, very lovely. We think you will love it too. Welcome, Denise. And this is lot number 12. We got some appetite. What do we call it, Becky? Appetite? Appetite. We're going to call it appetite.
Whichever. We both know what we're talking about.
And this is a 4 millimeter square hishi. Might even, a few chunks might be in the 3 mil, but I'd say it's definitely 4 mil. It's definitely a nice petite appetite. Petite appetite. We got 10 strands of this, 16 inches long. Very beautiful, very colorful. Trying to think I get the right focus on these. Come on,
It
focus.
looks like some are more translucent, some are a little opaque, so there's some variety there.
Oh yeah, definite variety.
Nice.
A little bit of everything.
Yep. I like it when you get some choices.
So, oh, now we're back to a slow warning, but so far it's staying connected. Praise the Lord. All right, so we've got 10 strands of that. Appetite. Lot number 13 is one that, again, our Google search phone called it white topaz. Be interesting to see if anyone has any idea what this, but it is very, very lovely. We actually probably have more than, well, I'll safely say we have 10 strands, but you know, it's almost clear, but it's got just the you know, the hint of Coke bottle green to it, but not a, you know, just very little. But it's almost you know, when it's individually held, it looks like just a nice piece of little, you know, ice cubes, you know, clear crystal, some 5 millimeter square hishi. Again, we're going to call it white topaz. Look at that. Oh, that just is really shimmering. Ooh, pretty. Pretty beads. Come by me, pretty beads. And again, new buyers, make sure we have your email at the end of the show. You can do that via Facebook Messenger, or you can do it by sending an email to Becky@diakonosdesigns.com so that we can send you a secure click and pay invoice. Lot 14 is Adventurine, 7 millimeter. So now we got some bigger chunks, but this looks and feels like jade, like British Columbia jade. But given its price, again, I'm going to assume it's Adventurine. 7 millimeter hishi squares, irregular thickness, anywhere from 1 to 3 millimeter, with a lot of it being 2s. This is lot 14. We just have 7 of these. So very lovely. There's lot 14. Lot 15 at first glance looks to be onyx, but it has a very slight translucent quality to it, and the best I could identify it with all my forensics was something called black tourmaline. I'm trying to see if we can get that translucency to happen. Trying to think if you can see it. So you see it. See how it's almost, you know, when the light hits it really hard, becomes a very dark brown. But when you look at it like this, it's black, like, you know, anthracite coal. So kind of just a slight reddish brownish opaqueness. Or I shouldn't say translucence to the stone. Opaque is the other one, is the other direction. Translucence to the stone. And we do have, what, 9 of these available? Lot 15. If he likes the black and whites and the little black dress, would look lovely with that, I would think. All right, we've got what might be our only lot of pearls tonight, and it's a screaming deal. Here's why. Based on what we bought these for, these are $16 strands. $16 strands, but we bought too darn many of them. These are like a 4 millimeter-ish to 5 millimeter-ish pink potato pearl. And we're going to let these go for $10. So you're going to, if you see the $16 price tag on there, you can tell your friends you paid $16 for them, but you'll know that you only paid $10 for them. So potato means it's just a little bit irregular, but mostly without lines, and mostly with a very solid nacre. So these have just a gorgeous nacre to them, and they're like I said, they're in a size that can be used with bracelets, necklaces, earrings, and are, I think, a great value at $16. I hope they're a screaming deal at $10, and we have at least 20 of those for you tonight. And then our next 3 lots are going to be, and possibly our next 5 lots are going to be turquoise. But for sure these next 3 lots are. Again, I think these are all priced more than $10, but we're selling them for just $10. So I was told we didn't have enough turquoise in these shows, but look at this. Look how lovely those are. 16-inch strand of 5 to 8 millimeter irregular nuggets. 5 to 8 millimeter irregular nuggets. Just $10. We had these at 12 on our racks, and because we finally put the show away. our Tucson Strand table show recently. But aren't those lovely? Lots of different, my wife loves to see all the different, colors, the browns and anything from a green to a blue, and a little bit of striation and interest. So that is lot 17. Again, lots of turquoise going on here. Lot 18 is some 3mm rounds. We had a few of these last year, very similar at again the $12, and these were marked $12. But for tonight's show, these.
So Eddie, somebody's asking, these are all turquoise, right?
Yes. Obviously not Hubai turquoise, not King's Mine turquoise, but turquoise, Various grades of turquoise. There's African turquoise, but there's two lots coming up that, I'll talk about them when I get to them. But these are 3mm rounds. Again, very lovely. 15-inch strand here instead of a 16-inch strand. And then lot 19 is 4mm turquoise chips. I'll let Becky get caught up a sec.
Mine has been dropping, but it doesn't look like others is, or mine's just been freezing.
So we'll let, while Becky slowly get caught up, 19 is the more turquoise, just some chips, 4mm chips. And really, what I should have said is really anywhere from 2mm to 5mm chips, because you can see as chips go, they're a little bit all over the place here. So some irregularity, and the irregularity leads to a better value. These again are great for a little spacer here, a little pop of color there. But great variation in color and size throughout the strand, so it gives you a lot of different things to match up with. These next two lots, when I did my camera identification on them, the camera said it was something called boho turquoise. So, as like a variant of African turquoise. And whatever it is very lovely. These are 11mm coins that are on a 15-inch strand. So I could do some quick math. You're getting about 36, 38 coins per strand. Per strand. You can see there's a lot of variety and striation in these. Very lovely. We have 8 of these available. And they are about 4mm thick. So if it's an 11mm diameter, it's about 4mm thick as you laid it on the table. So lot 21 is a sister stone. And that again, the picture ID called it that boho turquoise. This is a unusual size. It's a bigger size, 12 millimeter rounds. It's a 16-inch strand. You're getting 32 to 34 beads here, and but just super lovely on these. And again, when I first went shopping in Tucson, I used to grab I love big stones, and I used to grab them and throw them in the cart, and Becky's like, you know, people like 4s and 6s, and maybe every now and then an 8. And as the bigger the stone gets, it sometimes gets harder to sell, but these, there's always an application for a bolder, larger stone in any given design. I mean, these are not too big to consider for bracelets, and certainly would make a very dramatic necklace. Again, we do have 10 of these available. And that is lot 21. Lot 22, we're going to go back to that black tourmaline again as our best guess for what the stone is. Because again, if you look closely, you can kind of see, here you can see it much better than on those Hishis, where there is some like red, you know, it's like a reddish brown translucency. These are in the shape of like little shields, which is kind of cool. These are about an 18 millimeter shield. Again, 15-inch strand. I could probably do some quick math and say you're going to get about 21, 22 of these for your $10 bill. So, you know, 40, 50 cents each. So again, very consistent shape, very, very consistent shape. Anyway, I think you might like those. Lot 23 is one of my favorites. It is a dyed and stabilized agate. This is a, these are 30 millimeter long lovelies, but look at that, and you get about 13 pieces per strand. But these, and there's a sister lot of these coming up next that were prominent in the promo photo. But these sold well at the Art Glass and Bead Show, and thought we would put these on this show as well. We have 9 of these left. These do have probably a 1.5 millimeter hole, a 1.5 millimeter hole. And just super, super lovely. This next one we only have 3 of. So everybody play nice. This next one we only have 3 of. These are also a green dyed and stabilized agate. There's 11 pieces here. These are about 35 millimeters long. So you're getting 11 beads per strand. So again, we just have 3 strands though. No way to get any more. So I hope everyone plays nice if they like these. These are just gorgeous. I know we had probably 10 strands of these. Just a lot of fun, you know, for 90 cents a bead. Again, if you're buying enough to get the 10 or 20% discount, $10 becomes an everything gets just that much cheaper. So this is lot 24. Lot 24. Yep. We just had a little hiccup. In the video. It seemed like it was just a few seconds. I'm gonna keep moving along quickly.
I have been on for quite a little while.
So it's actually, it had all 3 bars just a second ago, and it just went down to 2. We'll have to. What's crazy? Yeah, it's crazy is that it'd be insane if that other modem was better. Anyway, this is lot 25. This is picture Jasper ovals, 10 by 14 ovals. Very consistent in size and shape. This is a 15-inch strand. We have 10 of these available. And super yummy, super delicious. Yeah, almost look like really cool river stones that you would find on the shore of on the shores of a remote island up in the maybe Lake Superior. Very lovely on these. All right. That's lot 25. Lot 26 is we had a sister stone of lot 26 on either the first or the second show. I think it was the last show we had, and it's called Blue Green Jasper. We had this in 8 mil on one of the other shows for $12. This would price at $12, but we're selling it for $10. So it is 10 mil. We just have 6 strands of this. Again, likely dyed and stabilized, but just very, very blue with some, hints of green. These all look like little mini globes of the earth. See if, look at that. Like little planets. Like little planets. And this is lot 26. So again, we did have the 8mm version on a previous show, and I think it sold out, but we didn't have a lot of it. This is, again, we have 6 strands of the 10 mil. And it looks like some of those are selling well. Lot 27. Again, never heard of this stone, but this was from our Google camera idea. They said this is stick-tight. This is stick-tight 6x9mm rondelles. We only have 6 of these available. Yeah, it's very springy with the greens and the purples, and every now and then maybe the purple, strays into pink. But a lot of veining, a lot of interest in these. Very consistent in the size. Probably a 1mm hole. Probably wouldn't go as far as to call it large hole, but a little bit bigger hole than some others do. If you, I suppose I should keep these on camera while I'm looking at the holes. Yeah, definitely a millimeter, but I wouldn't go any bigger than a millimeter. Just looking like it, I think that might have just sold out. So we're going to move on to lot 28. You've heard of rhodochrosite. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 27 is way sold out, so we'll figure out who were the first 6 to get it. 26 I think still had, well, maybe
26 is sold out also.
Oh, 26 is sold out. Sorry. My bad. I'll let Becky catch up a sec.
So Vera asked for 2, but I can give her only 1, and then that one, then 27 is sold out.
All right. So Vera only gets 1 and 27, and then 27 sold out. Thank you. But thanks, Vera. Alrighty. So lot 28. You've heard of rhodochrosite, but little did I know it has a sister called rhodonite. Rhodonite. These are some very consistently shaped 10 by 14 ovals. 10 by 14 ovals. We just have 6 of these. We just have 6 of these. They are very, very lovely. I know we sold some of these at the Art Glass and Bead Show, because I know we had more. This is probably other than our pink pearls, is probably our pinkiest lot if you loves the pink. Welcome, Sarah. I see you're watching.
I'm so sorry, but I've gotten, mine is just so slow.
All right.
So, you know, I mean, you can go ahead, I'll try to do them.
Well, we'll just.
And the tracking and the mapping all at the same.
Well, we'll let you get caught up.
Well, no, because that's boring for people.
So, lot 29. We have 8 of these Amazonite 6x9 rondelles. And we are almost done with the strands, and then we have some pendant sets and some fun things towards the end. So we saved out about 8 lots of unusual items at the end, things that people asked for, some pendant sets, some turquoise coin sets. So anyway, this is lot 29. We have 8 of these available. And then lot 30 is one of my all-time favorite stones, is Aquaterra Jasper. We just have 5 of these available. These, if you look, they actually, take a look there, they actually vary inside the strand. So they go from anywhere from a 10 by 14 to a 12 by 18 or a 13 by 18 oval. But they're actually varying inside the strand, which is a little unusual. But, and we just have 5 lots, or five strands of this. available. This is lot 30. Good veining in these. But again, you got some mixed sizes inside the strand. These probably do have a safely a maybe a 1 millimeter hole. All right, lot 31. Lot 31, I could not get a good read on from my camera. I just basically call it a green agate. So these are 6 by 9 millimeter, nice little pebbles of green agate. Very consistent in their size, but a good, you can see there's some definite, overall consistency to color when you step back like this, but when you look close, you'll see some with some very nice veining, some with very little veining. So a little bit of everything in these. Very olivey green on these, olivey green agate. And we have 9 strands of that available. I'm assuming, Terry, you want 2, yeah. 20 strands, we can close early. Terry bought 20 strands, guys. We're closing early. No, I'm just kidding. All right, that's lot 31. Lot 32 is some fancy jasper. We have 8 strands of this. This is a perfect 6 mil, and as fancy jasper dictates, it's fancy. It's got just a lot of nice color to it, with a variety of color. I mean, all the way from almost a pure white to a pure black to a pure green to a pure brown to a pure blue. So a little bit of everything in the 6 mil fancy jasper. Lot 32. Lot 33 coming up is ocean jasper. Lot 33 is ocean jasper. And these are 4 millimeter on the ocean jasper. And I have 9 strands of this. Becky's all-time favorite, probably her all-time favorite, is ocean jasper. And it's getting harder and harder to find, but still being able to be found and mined. And this is some perfect 4 mils. Kind of like the previous lot of fancy jasper, a lot of color variation to this ocean jasper. You're seeing more probably oranges and olives and even borderline reds in these than you saw in the fancy jasper. And Tina, let us know if you want us to, if you're going to pick them up, or if you want us to deliver, or if you want us to mail. Probably wouldn't mail. I'd probably either pick up or I'm happy to deliver. We drive right by Tina's home on our way home. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Lot 34 is something we had last year, and they all sold. I mean, maybe not on the show, but they eventually sold out through the year. So we brought it back. This is a shell hishi, and the shell, according to the Filipino guy that we bought these from, is a shell called Black Lip, and these are a pretty consistent 4 to 5 millimeter round hishi, and the little hishi naked earring kit. What size bead should I get? So we have 11 different naked earring kits, my dear. You got to be a little bit more specific, but basically all of these would probably work just fine with it. It's just a matter of what accent bead do you want to put on there. If it's the beading chain ones, those have a 7/10 of a millimeter beading chain, and most holes are 8/10 of a millimeter or 7/10 of a millimeter, so everything in this show would fit on there. So anyway, Black Lip is these are $10. We have 10 of these strands available, and it's good to, you know, it's got a very nice shell-like, again, somewhat of a knacker to it, but just a little bit of a, you know, a lot of interest, very zebra-ish. And when you split apart the hishis, you see that the hishis are anywhere from Black Lips or oyster. Very good. There.
So can I ask 2 questions?
Sure.
So Vera's asking about 2 of the lot of turquoise coins. I'm not, you want?
I have not done the turquoise coins yet. I'm getting to them very soon.
Okay, thank you.
We're getting to them very soon.
And then may I ask another question?
Sure.
So somebody was asking what size beads for naked earring kits. Did
Yeah,
you already answer that?
I was answering it, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Anything probably will work fine.
Well, no, big won't work. Big beads?
Well, yeah. I mean, so the chain dangle ones, yes, Dina. You know, probably anything over 6 millimeter is going to look too big. I mean, you know, the 4 millimeter is going to look better than a 6 millimeter probably on those. But from a hole standpoint, they should all fit. So this is something we, I think we got 20 strands of this. So the fact that we only have 8 left is a good sign. This is something called Red Tiger Eye. I've never heard of Red Tiger Eye. And this is a perfect 4 millimeter. I know some of our staff snapped up some of these. We had Blue Tiger Eye in last year's show. And again, you can kind of see the tiger eyeing going on. And we had some traditional tiger eye in our last show, but this is something called Red Tiger Eye. And we have just 8 strands left of this. A very deep brownish red, you know, like a blood red. So, lot 35. These are some of my favorite beads, and there's no reason on the planet these shouldn't sell for $10 a strand, but you're going to get 2 for $10. 2 for $10. These are mixed gemstones. You know, you can think of it as the chakra colors. You can think of it as the rainbow colors, but these are real gemstones, amethyst, and you know, there is some clear ones, you know, so that you get a little bit of, there's some, anyway, these are very lovely, and, but you're going to get 2 for $10 on these. We're limiting it to just 10 lots, so, and maybe if you're well behaved, we'll go beyond the 10 lots. These normally sell for $8 a strand in our in our studio. So again, if you're saying quantity 1, you get 2 strands. If you want 4 strands, you say quantity 2. But anyway, there you go, Terry. Terry's got it figured out. So again, these are just super lovely. We got a great buy on them. We had to buy 50 strands to get a really good deal on them, but I think you will love those. You know, 30 inches of beads for $10. All right, the long-awaited turquoise coins. I'll wait.
I'm assuming so Brenda did for 26. I'm assuming she meant 36.
I'm assuming she did, yes.
Okay. We could ask that. So Terry is asking for 2 more. 36 times 2, but I don't see that she ever had them in the first place.
She did a times 2 early on.
There was a 35 times 2, and then so here's who I have for 36, and I so Bradley and Dina, Monica, Brenda, and Lisa, Randy, and then Terry times 2, but she wants 4. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, and then that would be it. But I never have.
Oh, and we have more. We have more than so. Don't worry about selling more than 10. 10 is fine. Boy, I didn't know that would make you that upset. We should just end the show.
I'm just, it's so behind. I'm 11 comments behind.
Well,
and, so how many more do we have? Because I'm way up on, there's many more to go. So if you know that we have some, more than 10, that would be good to know, and then I can try to kind of continue. Because right now we're at 10 with 4 for Terry, right? So I can make other notes.
No, just leave it at what it says on the sheet.
Now my comments are all gone. I don't even, so I'm gonna have to reload because this is gone now, and I'm so sorry.
So I can see that there's a lot of interest in lot 37. Let me, while Becky is reloading her PC, let me run upstairs and see if we only had 10 lots available, and I did see someone wanted 5, and I will, we may not be able to accommodate, but we'll try. So let me be right back.
Hey guys, I'm thinking you can hear me, and I do apologize. I have just gotten my computer, like my picture is way delayed from the words, and it's just really a challenge to try to keep up. And I want to be sure we don't oversell something and cause somebody to feel like they are going to get something if they're not. So I apologize for our slow system, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, anything, Ed, for
We can go up to 20 lots on lot 37.
37?
Let me just make sure these match. Those do match, yeah. So we should be able to accommodate up to 20 lots. And again, it just may take us a minute to get caught up. These are gorgeous. So while Becky's getting caught up, these are about 9 millimeter, 9 to 10 millimeter, and about 6 to 7 millimeter on these smaller ones. A really good quality turquoise. These people came from Hong Kong that made these. And the metal that's on the outside is copper that has then been plated with this gold, kind of like a gold plating. Like I said, it's got a north-south equator hole. Great for wire wrapping and like I said, they've been very popular. And we may not be able to accommodate the 5s, but we'll see what we can do, and trust that we'll have enough. But we're going to cut off sales of those for now, because I think we are. As we can.
And then that's, I think, sold out. I think
Yep.
we can give you all you can do. I just can't count
Yep.
that fast.
Yep.
Suzanne.
So, lot 38 is, we've had these hearts, we've had these faceted 8 millimeter hearts, that gemstone hearts that we got last year, and we have these in about 10 different gemstones. We have these in about 10 different gemstones in our store. We just got 2 that we're going to feature tonight, some lapis ones and some labradorite ones. And so this, you get a 4-pack. These are normally $3.50 in our store. You're getting a 4-pack for $10. Again, a north-south equator hole, great for wire wrapping. We've been putting I meant to bring the sample down with me and I forgot, but we usually wire wrap these with maybe a delicate pearl on top, with a ball pin on the bottom, and just make a very lovely earrings. So that is lot 38, and lot 39 is its sister, with labradorite. You get 4 labradorite hearts, and again, I picked these because these, these hearts are just throwing a ton of light. Just
Can I say something?
sure.
So Terry asked, are they hearts or drops? And I've never ever thought of them as hearts. I've always thought of them as drops.
Oops, my bad.
So
So
I just want to say that.
they're drops. Thank you. So I was looking at them upside down. So these are drops. These are drops. These are not hearts. I will make a note of that.
They're more better. See, Terry wants to now because they're more better as drops than hearts.
They're drops. Yeah, sorry. That's what I get for. And then 38 was drops, and all of the other 8 stones that we have in our studio are drops as well. So it is lovely that. Oh, there we go. We may have had just a little hiccup in the video there, so whatever the artist wishes, yes. So these are lot 40. We have 12 of these available. These we sell for $8 each, and they sell very well in the studio at $8 each. We're giving you a 2-pack for $10, mainly because we made a large buy of these in Tucson this year, and so we thought we would just see if there was interest in these. Not necessarily too big for, they're 37 millimeter, so if he likes the big earrings, it's not too big for earrings, but designed more to be a pendant. And these are gemstone chips, so these are actual chips of amethyst and aquamarine and peridot and carnelian and iolite and citrine. So a lot of work, a lot of handwork goes into this. Obviously, all that handwork is done overseas to keep these at $5 each for you. And again, if you're buying a lot, they might be only $4 each. So we do have 12 lots of those available. And that's lot 40, and we have just 4 more lots, and then we'll let you get on your way. And apologize for all the technical difficulties. Alrighty. Lot 41, again, these are pendants that we sell for at least $6 in our store. You're getting 2 pendants for $10. These are 40 millimeter by 9 millimeter cut Amazonite crystals with a nice large bail on the top. They could potentially be used for earrings. They are 8 grams each, 8 grams each. I've always been told, it's a no-brainer if earrings weigh 4 grams or less. Above 4 grams, you have to, certainly some of the large movie star earrings can be north of 10 grams, but so if you got a sturdy ear, these would be fine as earrings, but designed more to be pendants. We have 8 lots of these and then we have 8 lots of, we're going to have labradorite and rose quartz. Again, we have probably, just like the gemstone drops, we have 10 or 12 choices in the studio. And again, we just wanted to feature a couple for the show tonight. So amethyst crystals is lot 41. Lot 42 is the labradorite. Again, approximately 9mm by 40mm. And again, I'm trying to, these do have some good flash to them as well. Again, kind of a pyramid cut, or I know there's probably a term for this cut. But you can go there, you can kind of see the flash in these. Really a nice, they just look and feel nice and solid in your hand. You could even just add these to a keychain or a keepsake. The young girls come in the store and buy a lot of these in our $6 and $8 bowl. So we have a 2-pack of those, lot 42, for $10. And finally, next to last lot is lot. I don't know if we'll be able to give you that count, Dina. Becky's got so many things she's doing. We're hoping you guys are keeping your own individual counts. But if you're if you're worried about getting a discount level, we'll make sure you get it one way or the other if you're close. Lot 43 is rose quartz. Again, a very solidly beautiful rose quartz. And I did pair all these to be similar in girth and length so that they could be used for earrings. That's probably these one's a little longer than the other, but for the most part they are well paired. So again, 2 of these for $5 each, or $10 total. Lot 44. We have these. We got this unusual strand of abalone, and so 44 is a handwritten one, and these were in long strands, and I just thought no one's going to probably ever buy. This is like it's like faceted. It's probably a 16mm ish, 15mm ish round that's faceted with all these different sides of abalone, and these price out at $2.25 a bead in the strand. So 6 of them would be $13.50. So you're getting you're not having to buy not only are you not having to buy the whole strand, you're getting to say, oh, I've always wanted to play with those again, abalone disco balls, as I call them. But now here's your opportunity to get 6 of those for just $10. And we have, what I forgot to tell Becky is we have 7 lots of those. 7 lots of those. 7 lots of lot 44. So, and that is all we've got for you tonight. I'm just so under prep. This was kind of hell week at the radio station. We had a lot of stuff going on. It was our fundraiser week. I was in charge of the food for 14 people for 3 meals a day. But anyway, I was planning on having a little preview of next week's show. We'll be meeting again in just 1 week on the 27th. For a long overdue super sale jewelry show. Everything is 40 to 70% off. We will feature some gold fill and sterling gemstone necklaces that should not need to be on sale, but they'll be 40% off. And we're going to have just a lot of other fun things for you, as we do on all of our jewelry shows. And we have not had one for a while. So my challenge will be to, keep it to a reasonable number of items, because I know we have enough to do probably 2 shows. So anyway, so we're going to do that March 27th. And then Becky's going to hopefully do some kits on the second Friday in April. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the 4th Thursday of April, but on both those April shows, we'll be doing some fun things as well, because guess what? That's going to be our April of 2020 is when we started doing this out of need in the pandemic. So now we've been doing this for 5 years. So we're going to have some 5-year anniversary stuff. And
Someone wanted to see those.
all right. So we'll have some 5-year anniversary specials, and so you don't want to miss either of those shows as we come up on 5 years of Facebook Live. So anyway, someone asked to see the lovely nacre of these pearls. Again, regularly $16. Ironically, lot 16. But just $10 for this show and this show only. And again, I think the best term is a potato pearl. Just off around slightly, a little bit squatty, slightly. But other than that, fairly consistent in size, and right around, again, the 4mm size with these. So there we go. Thank you, Terry. And like some of you that have earned your studio discount, Terry just earned a studio discount, so you'll get your studio discount, Terry, because that's going to be better than show discount. So you'll be saving a ton. But anyway, we are so grateful for all of you that tuned in, and so again, we will meet here next week at the same time with more basketball games going on in the background. And thanks everyone that tuned in. I'll see if I can get our technical difficulties resolved by next week. And thank you all, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Love you. God bless.
Yep.